plugging this song. Kids in the park, not afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been...
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Escapes out to the left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Second and 3 now. Herbert with a blitz coming. Catch made by Chase Brown. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Juke the defender. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A run with Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's space. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. set, 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Escapes the pocket. The Jets get there and bring him down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt. That little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Jets are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They'll go right side with Hall. Still has room inside the 15. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group. All run follows.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Our score, 14-0. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Gets himself... Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. Working quickly here. Trying again, following the sack. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.